This is Myo Chair by Autonomous. It's considered to be an entry-level ergo chair or ergonomic chair. In this video, we're gonna go ahead and assemble it. We're gonna talk about its quality, features, and finally, I'm gonna give you my conclusions. Coming right up. All right, so first opening up the box, you have all the pieces wrapped. The packaging is mediocre, be honest with you, but they are protected enough that I didn't get any of the pieces damaged. So first I went ahead, took everything out of the box, laid it on the ground, so I knew exactly what I was working with. The instruction manual has the pictures of step-by-step you need to follow, but also they have a very nice video on YouTube that will walk you through all the steps that you need to follow to be able to put this thing together. So the assembly, the steps are fairly straightforward and nothing really complicated. The only problem I had during the assembly was around some of the fit and finish of the internals. For example, one of the handles, the screws were not lining up too well with the holes, and I had a hard time trying to just screw in one of the arms. I had to manually make some minor adjustments to try to put that through. I know I heard they had really good customer service. If I would have reached out to them, maybe they would have sent a new part to me, but that would just take way too long. First of all, when you try to put it together, you see that everything's pretty much made out of plastic and some metal pieces. The plastic overall looks good. The quality seems okay. But like I said, the fit and finish, it's very obvious that it's not very precision engineering has gone into it when it came to the assembly. Maybe the design worked very well, but when it came down to manufacturing, it didn't translate that well. For example, when I was trying to mount the bottom piece where I would put the legs attached to the bottom cushion, you will see that the gap on the right side and the left side, they don't match. So you see some of these like subtle imperfections as part of the assembly, but when you put it together, it looks just fine. You actually don't notice anything. It's a very minimalist ergo chair, and be honest with you, it actually looks nice and it is comfortable. If I didn't have the problems with those couple of screws that were not cooperating with me, probably the entire assembly would take maybe 30 minutes. Now let's talk about some of its features. So this is fairly straightforward and it doesn't have a whole lot of crazy features. Let's start with the top. You have the headrest that it goes up and down, and it swivels so you can adjust it in different angles. It has a good amount of resistance, so it's not gonna adjust by itself if you just leave it alone. By the way, the fabric that they have used for the back piece and for the headrest, they have this mesh that I personally prefer, because if you're sitting on your chair and you're working from home for a long period of time, your back is not gonna get hot and sweaty, so I prefer that design. The bottom cushion, it's made out of these kind of like weave mesh. It's fairly comfortable when you sit on it. It is a fairly dense foam. Obviously, we have to see in a long-term use how does this cushion perform. Coming down, we have this lumbar support down here, and the lumbar support, it offers a decent amount of support. There are a couple of things I don't like about this. One, the adjustments that you have, it does not lock in place. Supposedly, when you lean on it, it should stay in place, but it could easily be moved. But I haven't tried it for that long, so we have to see how that will play long term. So that's the first thing I don't like about the lumbar support. The other thing is you're not able to actually push the lumbar support forward to cover more of your lower back. But again, this is considered an entry-level Ergo Chair, and that's why some of these features are fairly minimum. And then looking at the armrest, you actually are able to adjust these up and down. It locks into 5 different height and position. So it depends on how high you want the armrest. You can go ahead, adjust it based on your height and your usage. The other thing it's important to note, if you don't want to have these armrests attached to the chair, it's not an essential part of the chair. You can actually do not install them and take them off. There are 3 screws on each side and you'll be able to take them off. Then you have your chair without the armrest if you're looking for a more minimalistic look and feel. The chair itself, it has an adjustable height. Obviously, it has a hydraulic pump that you can raise it up and down. I didn't measure precisely to see how much it goes up and down, but looks like it goes up and down by about 5 inches or so. The weight capacity of this chair is 250 pounds. And like I said, this is the entry level. They have other models that will go up to, I think, 350 pounds. So depending on your size and weight and structure and build, you may want to consider some of the other chairs that Autonomous offers. The rolling chairs are very, very, very smooth. If you have your chair on a hardwood floor, it rolls around fairly nicely and comfortably. The back, you're able to tilt it down, but it would not lock in place. So as you lean in the chair, you're able to simply lean back. You have the ability to go ahead and lock that. Again, that's a very basic feature of most chairs anyway, and it will lock in place. And the final feature, which by the way was an optional feature of the chair, is the leg rest. You can get the base chair, I think it's for $180, that comes just with the chair without the headrest and the leg rest. If you want to get these two, that's an added feature. I think it come up to about $230 or so. But pro tip, when you want to order it, there's typically always some 10% coupons available online. So make sure to do a Google search to find a code that you can get your 10% off. In order to use the leg rest, you would just slide it out and then flip these padded leg rest forward. So this concludes all the features of the chair. Overall, what do I think about the chair? Is it worth paying $200, $230 for this chair? The answer is yes. While there are some small things I don't like about the chair, such as the ability to adjust the lumbar support a little bit better, or some minor fit and finishes to give this a more premium look and feel, I still think for an entry-level ergo chair that gives you a very comfortable posture on the chair, especially if you are working from home or you're sitting on your chair for a long period of time in your office, I think definitely it's worth the money. If you want to get something a little bit more high-end premium with more adjustable components and more premium finish, ergo chairs can easily get up to about $1,000, and I definitely didn't want to pay that price. So this is my first experience with an entry-level ergo chair. My first impression is I do like it. I do recommend it for its price. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys have currently an ergo chair and if you guys are happy with what you have. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.